My name is Ruben Molina. I'm a senior project manager at the Alamos Project for Minaurum Gold Inc. My role is to lead the efforts to take this project to its maiden resource and then take it beyond that, expand it so that we can hopefully turn this into a successful mining operation one day. My background, I'm a geologist. Graduated from the University of Sonora. And from the time that I was still studying and then for the next 8 years after that, I worked for Silvercrest for the Fier family. I started in Santa Elena in my early years, and then I transitioned to Las Chispas. And we took that from basically not greenfields, because there had been historical mining there, but in reality it hadn't been touched for many decades. And we explored it, expanded it, discovered new deposits, and were able to put it through production. Through those years, the Fiers were great mentors, have been great mentors and great friends of mine. I'm very thankful for everything they have shared, and especially on the exploration side, the mindset and the prioritization of the different things that you can do on an exploration project, focusing on what's the best success and what can be the drivers to put it into production, because at the end of the day, we're doing this so that eventually it can be mined out. The Alamos project has a lot of very exciting components to it, and I love exploration. I think that's really one of my biggest passions. I'm a geologist again, but there's the exploration side of geology is something that really interests me. And Alamos, and also having success, is something that I'm looking for. And Alamos is a project with a lot of potential. It has a lot of geological advantages, and it has a lot of components that show that it has the potential to be a great success. So I was definitely, when the opportunity presented itself, I was very interested in being a part of this story and trying to help it and work with the team to push it forward into being a great success for the region. I like that it has the pedigree of a historical deposit of high grade that was basically one of the main reasons why Alamos is here. Alamos has a lot of history, rich history, and was a very important economic zone when those mines were active. And if you see the historical information, it's very obvious why it was. And if you look at the work that has been done here on previous exploration campaigns, the potential is very evident to expand even on the success that these mines already had in the past. So I always like to be in places where the things that I do can help things move forward. And I believe that this project, with all the potential that it has, and considering all the work that and already successes that they have had before, because discoveries have already been made here, there's already the high grade has been proven that it exists here. So I'm very interested to see if I can help this achieve the next level and move this company forward with its objectives. The geology tells us that the potential is there, and we feel very good with how this drill campaign will get us to the objective that we have for this year, to putting out our maiden resource. Now, vein deposits have a lot of similarities. Usually vein deposits occur in systems. Like veins, at the end of the day, are fractures that got filled with fluids. And if those fluids come from different sources, that can definitely impact the deposit. But at the end of the day, some of the basis of the controls and the techniques that you use for exploration remain similar on different style deposits that are still vein controlled. So I have definitely seen opportunities to apply some of our previous knowledge into this project and drive new discoveries using that. At the same time, we've also discovered that there is a lot more potential in here than that I had even thought when I first arrived in this project. And I feel like there is a lot of our previous experience that we can apply here, but at the same time, I would say that the experience of expecting the unexpected, it's the one that is most applicable. So we always need to be ready to pivot and to, if we find something that it's new and it's better, not be afraid of chasing that. So basically, the land package here is wide open for exploration. What I'm seeing also is that so far we will be able to put out a resource in 2 zones that are great zones. But looking at a complete land package, it's very clear that it's just the beginning of what we're trying to do here. And there is a lot of drilling and there is a lot of work that we got to do in order to unlock the complete potential of the deposit. But what we're seeing is that it's open, it's huge, and there is a lot more here to unlock than what we have been able to work so far. So I'm very excited to be able to apply some of the knowledge that we have to bring a lot of that energy, and I'm very excited for further phases in order to be able to explore and find what else this deposit has yet to be uncovered in. Yeah, some different milestones. In Las Chispas, again, we started very early. Our target in Las Chispas when we just started there was trying to get 20 million ounces. And we were even thinking about, let's get 20 million ounces here and see if somebody on the area is interested in acquiring this deposit. So we started exploring the old workings and drilling underneath, trying to find extensions, and then again starting to see some of the components of where we were seeing mineralization. I said, okay, let's try to apply this into areas where there's nothing. So the first year and a half that we were doing exploration, especially in Las Chispas, we were trying to find that discovery that would give us a critical mass to put out a resource. And by testing the Babicanora system is where we found our first big success. During that time, I was helping, of course, in everything I could do, from drilling, logging, exploring, mapping, rehabilitating the underground, and just seeing everything. I guess during that point, we were all doing everything. And we were still a very small crew. I mean, at the end of the day, we had started on that project on late 2016, and we had our first real banger on late 2017. That was a driver, having a big success there in Babicanora was a driver to putting out the maiden resource. So in February 2018, we put out the maiden resource in Las Chispas, which was around 60 million ounces it was very high grade. After that, we knew that we had to continue expanding on it. At that moment, it wasn't the targets had changed. We had realized the potential of the project. So being a small company and being dynamic, we changed our objectives. And so like, okay, let's grow this, let's expand our resource. And by late 2018, we had already taken this to almost 100 million ounces inferred and a little bit of indicated. So that's where we took the decision to move forward to a PEA, which was put out in 2019, and again had very good metrics. We already had some good indicators, so we had proved the continuity and the trustworthiness of our high grade and the potential robust the economics of the deposit. So everything that we did was always driven by the results that we were seeing, and we were always very dynamic because in these are natural systems. So you can project things, but things will change. Things will in many occasions, not always, but in many occasions may be different than what you were expecting. So you need to be very flexible and adapt to that and see where you're actually standing and how you can maximize the potential of what you're actually seeing there, not what you were imagining or hoping. And that way, you can have successes even in projects where you probably weren't projecting to see what you're actually seeing. So after the PEA, the next milestone was putting our ramp. Seeing the potential economics of the project, the decision was made to put a ramp underground and still as an exploration ramp, develop 200 meters along trend of the vein and actually understand how it was inside of the vein. And that was a game changer. That was another pivot point, because when you're drilling, and when you're doing exploration, everything from surface or even drilling underground, you are doing your interpretation based on the samples that you recover from something that has been pulled from 300 meters or more underground, and that has been extracted by drilling iron into it, putting a lot of water until great pressure on it. So by the time that you actually have it on the boxes, it has changed from what it was actually underground. And that gave us great insight about the mineralization and some different components on the deposit that we didn't know before. So all that information was used into improving our metallurgy testing to improve the recoveries, into understanding better what the possible or the potential mining methods would be, and reformulating everything again to get new economics for the deposit, now with more realistic information, now actually being underground and touching our deposit on areas that have been previously unmined. So that's a great thing. And a lot of deposits, we have been underground in some historic development. So that milestone of doing the underground and using that information to do the feasibility starting in 2020, that's what gave us the confidence to take the project into the construction mode.